Okay. What do we...
Didn't like that one.
I didn't even... I kind of got to look at it, and I was like, nope.
Hard pass.
Nope.
Hard pass.
Not
All right,
today.
let's see what we got in here.
No.
Oh, wait. That's another one. That's an old one.
I am designated put helmet away person.
Never saw that. All right. Why do you think that no one has become a real-life superhero? What? Wow, that's
Another real question. Here we
timely
go.
question. All right. Why do you think that no one has become a real superhero yet? If you had the resources, would you? And there's no name on this one. Okay.
This person actually gets to be anonymous.
Please send your identity. Yeah, sorry to the last person for revealing your anonymous identity.
To be honest, we may have just forgot to put it. So
I thought that was the point, to not register your identity.
thanks, Noel. All right. So
Nice.
all right. So why have the man? I hope this question doesn't take us to any dark places.
Yeah.
I feel like the last one was pretty serious, but okay, let's do it.
No one cares enough to be a superhero.
So
This is another real life question.
why are there no superheroes in real life? Oh man, that's a question.
Oh, but there are.
Yeah.
I mean, Phoenix Jones is a real life superhero. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen Phoenix Jones? You seen this guy?
Yeah.
Phoenix Jones is badass.
Yeah.
I'm unaware of Phoenix Jones.
Bro, you haven't seen Phoenix Jones?
I have
All
not.
So Phoenix
He's
Jones is the leader of sort of a Justice League out in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
He follows me on Twitter. Shout out to you, Phoenix Jones.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so stoked when he followed me.
Twitter famous.
So he is. I read a whole article about him. He was on like the cover of a magazine.
of his stuff.
So Phoenix Jones is a superhero based in Seattle. He
Damn.
has bulletproof armor.
Okay. Kind of looks like
We good?
if a different
So
colored
dope.
Nightwing was in Batman Returns.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Nightwing-esque.
His mask kind of reminds me of Spawn a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
The eyes.
So his origin story, is that
He has an origin story.
He has an origin story.
It's
It's
so
great.
cool.
It counts.
His origin story is that one day someone broke into his car and stole some of his stuff and left a ski mask in the car. So he decided at that point that he has either a young nephew or son or some sort of like children in his life that he wants to protect, and realized that it was up to him to do right by his community and save the day. So Phoenix Jones wears that ski mask underneath his superhero mask and goes out and fights crime in Seattle. And there's a couple videos of him fighting crime on YouTube, and it's great, guys. Seriously, there's this one where there's this drunk dude at a bar and he's trying to pick a fight, and Phoenix Jones is like, look, man, just like, hey, just go home, like cut this out. And she's like, screw you, man, like, if I want to fight. And he's like, cops come, and the cop's like, hey, break it up. And he's like, sir, the Phoenix goes up to the cop and he's like, sir, this man wants to fight. Seattle is a mutual combat state. If I agree to combat and he agrees to combat on equal terms, then we are legally allowed to fight. And he starts like listing off the laws, right? And the cop's like, you know what? Fine. So he's like, but you got to take your mask off. And so Phoenix takes his mask off. He pops off some of his gear, and all of a sudden you see this dude just like start bouncing around like a freaking kickboxer. And this drunk guy is struggling to keep up with him. And he's just like, you see the guy like try to swing at Phoenix, and Phoenix like dodges and then throws this kick and just whap. It just keeps kicking the dude. And the drunk guy's friends are like, oh, he's throwing kicks. You're cheating, man. You're cheating. And then he just like knocks him out. Phoenix just knocks the dude clean on his ass. And the cop's like, all right, that's it. You're done. Move on. You guys get out of here.
along.
So superheroes, time to leave. Drunk guys, stop or you're getting arrested.
Oh my God.
Drunk guy got knocked out and he was talking so much crap. So long story short, Phoenix Jones, badass.
Okay, hold up. I don't want to gloss over this. Seattle is a mutual combat state.
I think Las Vegas, I think Nevada might also qualify. Look, I don't know what the laws are for Seattle or
Oh
what.
my god!
Hey,
I
I'm
didn't-
from Washington.
I didn't even know that was a
I
thing.
don't know if that's a law or not, but
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
just like to
nice.
shout
I'm sorry,
out Washington.
Seattle is not a mutual combat state because Seattle is not a state.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
from
I was about to say,
Seattle,
yeah.
Washington.
That was the meme.
Sorry,
didn't
that
wanna
was my
nitpick.
bad.
He got you there.
Yeah, my bad.
I caught that.
I didn't want to nitpick, but I was like,
Yeah.
No, that's right. You know what I mean?
Washington.
I knew.
So seriously though, like I did not know that was a law that was in the U.S. where it can be like if you mutually agree to combat, you can fight it out.
Yo, I don't know.
Oh,
That's
man.
what he said in the video. I have
dope.
absolutely no information personally to back that up. I watched the video. The cop agreed, so I assume the cop. The
Yeah.
cop knew the law.
Where's our fact checker? Fact checker.
Like next time I go home, I'll drop that fact, see if anybody's down to fight.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I can ask
okay.
my dad.
Why not?
Hey, is Seattle a mutual combat state?
My dad might know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what the stipulations are, and I think Phoenix knows that because Phoenix Jones is actually an amateur MMA fighter.
Oh.
And yeah, he's an amateur MMA fighter, and you can look him up. He was getting sued at one point, so he was forced to show up to court, and he actually was unmasked in court, and that's the first time we ever saw his face. No. It was a whole thing, man. I've been keeping up with this guy for years.
Cool.
Oh, man.
So you ask, why are there no superheroes in the real world? For the most part, there aren't, but occasionally the people like Phoenix Jones pop
Yeah.
up.
I think it's also just a matter of time and resources. Like, first of all, not a lot of people, if anybody, has Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark resources, especially from birth. Like, some people can get there after 50 years of hard work.
Yeah, but then you're not really in the best
but
shape to be a superhero
But then you're not
anymore.
going to become Batman after
Yeah.
you're Bill Gates and whatever age made all your money.
Yeah, but are the 1% really
No,
just
no.
as super excited about jumping into the streets and fighting criminals?
I mean, I think one thing that would be a very realistic concern too is just the legality of it all. Like to know that because I know I brought up the Good Samaritan thing. And like, yes, that law can sometimes protect you, but like there are some scenarios where like that might not. Like if you just
Yeah.
like intervene in some random altercation, like you actually could end up getting sued or getting put in prison.
Which
Like
is what
like,
happened to Phoenix.
accidentally hurting someone really bad that you're not meant
Exactly.
to like hurt.
Which
Yeah.
happened to Phoenix.
Yeah, so I think in that regard, like even if you had like the right intentions, you had the resources, you had like you were out there doing it. Like at the end of the day, our law system could end up screwing you quite a bit, and that's something that I think a lot of people might not want to risk necessarily. Yeah,
There
that's a
have
big part of
been
it.
some like cases of vigilante justice. There was a guy called what was his name?
Oliver Queen.
No. He was a guy in the UK. Gosh, I forget where it was, but it was like he was like the Birmingham Batman or something. They kept calling him like the Batman of something. It started with a
so
B.
cool.
And
Budapest?
no, I don't think it was Budapest. But he got upset and was like, he kind of came out and made a statement. It was like, my name's not Batman. It's like the Midnighter or something.
It's another Superman name. He's
Get
like,
my name right,
yo, I got my
please."
own name.
It's like, he's like, I got my own superhero name. He's basically this
Aw.
crime fighter in the UK. I mean, I'm sure people have. I mean, dude,
Firefighters.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
real heroes don't wear capes, you know what I'm saying?
I think one
My
thing.
mom.
your mom, Jeremy's mom's super cool.
I think one thing that is a very real danger when you're doing that type of thing as well is just like you never know what that individual is that you might be fighting against is capable of. Because I mean, at least like within the realm of like a comic book world, like you kind of like, I know what this villain can do, and like there's sort of like rules of the universe set, but like you don't really know like
And
if
serendipity.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like you might be going into a fight thinking it's gonna be like a brawl. You're about to like duke it out like with your fist, but then what if he like pulls a knife on you? All of a sudden you're like, okay, I was not prepared
That's
for
where
this.
you pull out your sword.
Oh, of
Duh.
course. Naturally. I don't know what I'm thinking. What kind of superhero would I be?
You're
But-
battering.
Yeah. So I guess in that regard too, because I know that would definitely like spook me quite a bit to where like I would have to feel like I am like equipped for any situation, or it would just probably deter me from taking down certain targets because I'm like, I don't know what that guy probably has underneath his sleeve.
Also, at the end of the day, the worst criminals usually wear collared shirts,
Ooh.
Yeah.
not ski masks.
It's true.
Like, if
White
you want to
collar
do
crime.
if you want to do some real justice, it's not going to be on the streets.
It's on the courts.
Yeah, it's on the courts.
Street
It's on the courts. Everybody get your basketballs.
We're going to town. Yeah, me and Lil Bow Wow, we're taking it to
Oh
the
my
streets.
god, I haven't heard that name in like 20 years.
Like Mike, you know what I'm saying? I think also a big thing is just, real life science. No one can fly or is bulletproof by
Yeah.
nature. So,
Yep.
because I think if there was someone that was, or even a group of people that were born with superpowers, at least one out of a group of something would be good natured at heart. And then we'd have some villains as well with the rest of the batch.
Yeah.
It's so much easier in our current economic and political climate to, I think, turn into a villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just like,
Well,
I'm going to be selfish as fuck. I'm going to rob this bank and get
Yeah.
$1 million.
Just
Yeah.
the odds of a random person anywhere in our world or just America, like, what are you gonna grow up to be if you can fly and shoot lasers out of your eyes? Like,
Yeah.
so not everybody's got Mom Pa Kent.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of us have a Thomas and Martha Wayne that live and are ruthless.
I hope we don't have a Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, bad example. My parents are alive. I apologize.
Another thing that I think would be a very real concern for these individuals would be your loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because you have to actually at that point, like, fight for some sort of secret identity because, like, what if people find out who you are and they, like, those criminals, like, let's say some guy you take down and get arrested, like, and his friends end up finding out where you work. They end up finding out who your family is, where your parents live, where your significant other is, if you live together, when you're not home, like, all these sorts of things. Like, so you're not the only one at risk.
Well, that's the biggest Peter Parker thing in
Yeah.
all the comics and all the movies. Is like, someone's going to find out I'm with Aunt May or I'm with
Yeah.
Mary Jane. And they always do. And Green
Yeah.
Goblin always takes them to a bridge or something.
They always end up at the Golden Gate Bridge for some
Always
reason.
obsessed with the damn bridge.
Clock towers are big too.
So, Jeremy, where do you stand on the real life superhero business?
That just said my piece. My mom.
Boom.
My mama.
That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. And I think what was the part 2 of the question?
Oh yeah. Would
Would you be a superhero?
superheroes?
No.
Yeah, I have to say,
If I had superpowers, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah, me as I stand right now, no, definitely not.
I don't have the time or the resources to become a superhero in my lifetime. But like, if bam, zap of lightning or magic power, or whatever, give me powers, like, it's on the table.
Yeah.
I'd have some decision making and like a lot of life decisions to make, but definitely on the table.
Yeah.
If I were to become a superhero, I would have to go like completely off the grid. Like no more Lady Doom bots, no more social media. Like I am going.
That'd
off
be
the
such
grid.
a red flag, though.
I'm burning off my fingertips. Like I am going rogue. If I'm going to be a superhero,
Gotta go nomad, full nomad.
yeah, I'll go live out in the mountains somewhere. Like
Now, if I got superpowers, I'd probably do it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would
just
help.
like, it'd be more personally gratifying, honestly, to just go out and fight crime and be a superhero. But
Definitely.
But then my secret identity would be Danny Shepard, YouTube filmmaker.
Oh,
and
gosh.
people I would spend my days making videos and movies, editing stuff, and being stressed out all the time. And by night, I will not sleep and go beat the shit out of criminals
And be even more stressed out.
and be even more stressed out. Die at 29 from anxiety.
20,
I'm not
20
okay with
young.
this. I don't like this. No, please.
All right, let's jump on to the next one.